My name is Tom Marazzo, and I am the president of the Ontario Party. This video is about 10 minutes long, longer than a coffee break, but shorter than waiting on hold with the CRA. If this message resonates with you and reflects your vision for Ontario, keep listening and share it with others. Change starts with awareness, and every Ontarian needs to hear this. In the last election, the Liberal media convinced voters that it was a waste of time voting because Doug Ford was going to win in a landslide. The voters fell for it. And we had the lowest voter turnout in Ontario history, and only 17% of eligible voters gave Doug Ford an even bigger majority government than he had before he locked us all down and implemented vaccine mandates. Today, Ontario stands at a crossroads, a moment in time where history calls upon us to choose the path of our province's future. For too long, we have watched as Ontario has been stripped of its sovereignty, burdened by mismanagement, and held captive by leaders who serve themselves rather than those they were sworn to represent. Doug Ford and Justin Trudeau have failed to lead, they have failed to protect, and most of all, they have failed to listen to the people of this province. But on February 27th, you have the power to set a new course. You have an opportunity to restore Ontario's promise and reclaim the future that belongs to us all. The Ontario Party is not only asking for your support, no. We need your courage, your conviction, and your commitment to this resource-rich province. We stand for three fundamental principles. Principles that will shape a stronger, more prosperous Ontario. Immigration and security, affordability, and healthcare. One thing is certain, these principles cannot stand unless they are built upon the foundation of our province's sovereignty. For too long, we have watched as Ottawa's policies have weakened our economy, dismantled our healthcare system, and thrown open the gates to unchecked immigration. Ontario must govern itself, not as a mere servant of the federal government, but as a province that stands tall, one that determines its own destiny. This is why the Ontario Party will introduce the Ontario Sovereignty Act, so that no federal policy, no outside interference will dictate what is best for the people of Ontario. We shall not bow to incompetence, we shall not submit to globalist agendas, we shall not be ruled by those who do not have our best interest at heart. We've all heard the promises before, we have seen the so-called conservative leaders campaign as champions of the people, only to govern as liberals in disguise. Doug Ford has stood by while federal taxes cripple Ontario families, and when leadership was needed most, he failed to act. This is why the Ontario Party will cut the provincial sales tax by 3%, bringing relief to every household. Reduce property taxes for seniors by 65%, ensuring that no elderly Ontarian loses their home after a lifetime of work. Establish Ontario's own tax collection system, just as Quebec has done, ensuring that our money works for us, not for Ottawa. End wasteful spending on third-party organizations so that our tax dollars serve the people, not special interests. For too long, Ontario has been dependent on foreign markets, upon leaders who look beyond our borders for solutions while ignoring the wealth of talent, innovation, and industry that lies within. We will reinstate the Bank of Ontario, ensuring a stable and independent economy. We will embrace new technologies like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, securing Ontario's place at the forefront of financial innovation. Cryptocurrencies will once again be treated as they should be, currency, not capital gains. No more unfair taxation, no more government interference in financial freedom. Ontario will lead the digital economy, setting the standard for sovereignty and innovation. No more borrowing, no more begging, no more deception. The time has come to take control of our economic future. There was a time when Ontario's healthcare system was the envy of the world. Today, it is in crisis. It is a system in which hardworking Ontarians pay more than ever, only to wait in longer lines searching for doctors they cannot find. We will change that. The Ontario Party will expand medical school spots with guaranteed placements in the communities that need them most. End our province's reliance on the World Health Organization, ensuring that healthcare decisions are made by Ontarians for Ontarians. Restore fairness to our medical system by rehiring every healthcare professional fired over unjust mandates with full back pay. Reform the CPSO and medical licensing boards, ensuring that those who practice medicine are free to question, free to challenge, and free to provide the best care possible. We must never again allow politics to stand in the way of saving lives. Ontario's immigration system must serve the people of this province, not political agendas. This is why we will abolish fraudulent foreign student visas, ensuring that our schools serve Ontarians first. Crack down on so-called strip mall colleges that have become nothing more than visa mills. Take full control of immigration policy, ensuring that no new immigration quotas are introduced until Ontario's unemployment rate falls below 2%. Establish Ontario ICE, Immigration and Criminal Enforcement, expanding OPP powers to combat human trafficking, illegal immigration, and the fentanyl crisis. Ontario will not wait for Ottawa to do its job. We will secure our own borders. Doug Ford rules like a king. He silences dissent, he demands obedience, but the Ontario Party believes in something different. We believe that government is not the master of the people. Government must be the servant of the people. This is why, under the Ontario Party, your MPP will answer to you, not to party bosses. Votes will never be whipped, because the job of an MPP is to represent their constituents, not to follow orders. I did not wait for someone else to step up. I did not wait for someone else to fix the problems we face. I got involved. I took action. And now, I'm calling on you to do the same. Apply to become a candidate before February 11th. Let your voice be heard. We remember what was done to us. But this election is not about COVID. It's about recognizing that we have been cheated for years by a failed political system and seizing this rare opportunity to do something about it. Millions of Ontarians were forced to choose between their livelihoods and an experimental medical injection, one that was neither safe nor effective, and in many cases, deadly. We remember the leaders who stripped us of our freedoms, and we must ensure that they are never allowed to do so again. Derek Sloan stood firm against mandates, fined for defending the rights of Ontarians. Randy Hillier, criminally charged for standing with the people of Ontario during the Freedom Convoy. I had my bank accounts frozen, targeted in a $300 million lawsuit, all for defending the bodily autonomy of the very people who are now suing me. We sacrificed for Ontario, but when the moment of truth came, the people rewarded the same corrupt officials who stripped them of their rights in the last election. This mistake must not happen again. Many of our candidates have stories just like mine, Derek's and Randy's. This is your time in your fight. This fight is not about me, it's not about one leader or one party. This fight is about you. They want you to believe that you are powerless, but they are wrong. You hold the power to change the future of this province. For Americans, MEGA is not about one person. It's a rallying cry for a nation reclaiming its strength, its pride, and its future. Ontario must have the same spirit. We must reclaim our province, not as a slogan, but as a movement of the people. This election is a turning point. If we accept weak leadership, we will continue to suffer. But if we demand better, we will build an Ontario that puts its people first. If you believe in lower taxes, in strong healthcare, in secure borders, in true provincial sovereignty, then I ask you to stand with us. Vote for the Ontario Party and take Ontario back. Thank you.